Now the next thing we will learn in Overleaf is actually how to add images to your document, right? So basically it will start with all the same thing like document class article and then begin document and then end document, right? But the different thing is that you are using the use package graphic X, right? So this is a package actually to use these images into your Overleaf project. So how you can actually add your image to the Overleaf project is by using the figure, right? You actually start your thing with the begin figure, right? And H is actually just for the alignment where you wanna your image to appear, right? So I will actually let you know different options for the same. And the centering actually tells that keep these image in center. As you can see, it's already in center. And the include graphics is actually the command to actually include your image right into this environment, right? So it's the what is the syntax is that slash include graphics, and here in the square brackets, if you actually see, you will be actually able to define the width of this particular image, right? So what's actually being defined here is the width is equal to 0.6 slash text width, right? It means 60% of this particular text you can actually you want your image to show. Right now, what is this example image? There are multiple predefined images available out there in Overleaf. So this is one of those example images like say lorem ipsum, which is used in text, right? So you can also define your own image. I will let you know with one particular example. Now what happens with this last caption, right? So basically you want to give your figure a caption like figure 1 sample figure. So you can see that you are just defining a sample figure here, right, in the caption, right, and then it is numbered automatically. So that's actually one feature. And then you have the label, right? I will actually let you know what is the use of this particular label, right? Essentially you are just trying to mark your image with a label, right? A particular pointer, right? So this is your label, right? So what happens is that you can actually refer to that particular label with this particular command. That's actually slash ref. Now what's the benefit is that whenever you actually just mark your image with this particular label, then you can actually just refer that because you can see the C figure 1. Now that you see that your figure was numbered 1 and the 1 is actually referred here automatically. So you don't need to change the text again and again whenever you actually change your figures. For example, if we have also inserted another figure in this particular PDF, right, like this one, you can actually add another one, and there you have say we can have sample 2, something like that, right? And you're referring to this one. So let's actually recompile and see what happens. So there will be two images now in this particular project, and now you can see the second image was automatically named a numbered figure 2, and then the reference also renamed it to number 2. So you don't need to manually change the figure numbers if you use the ref and label. That's actually very important thing and useful thing while actually managing Overleaf projects. So let's actually have one particular example that how you can add a particular image to Overleaf. Let's actually just search for a particular image, right? So let's take this one, right? Okay, so this is the particular image, right, which we are just saving up, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's save it to say pictures, something like that. um okay, so I think it's a VIF. You must actually get some image of the JPG format, right? Or say PNG one, because AF I'm not sure whether they are supported, and the most commonly used format are JPG and PNG formats, right? So let's actually get this one right. Okay, so we are saving it in the pictures, right? Done. And now what you need to do is actually go to your project, right? And then here in this particular section, wherever your text file is in the same directory, just upload your image. This is the particular icon for upload, right? So you can actually just select files from project, right? So from the figures, you can actually just search for that particular image that is carded JPG, and you can see that carded JPG is actually inside there, right? So what we were referring to is figure.text, right? So here, as you actually start typing, right, as you can see with the curly braces, as you start typing, it will actually start offering you different images which you have in the project. So I can actually select this one or type this one, it depends on me. So you can see the image actually appears and it is actually equal to this width. So if I want to increase the width, I can actually mark width is equal to 0.8, right? And the image will actually get increased, something like this, right? The text width 80% of the width is actually being covered, right? Whatever the text area is there. And then you can actually rename caption, whatever you actually want to define here. And then you can also refer the second image, right, by using, say something like C car in, and then we can have figure sample 2, something like that, right? I believe that's actually not sample 2, that's actually sample 1, right? Because sample 2 was earlier, we can rename this to sample 2, right? And this one to sample 1, right? So something like that we can actually do. So now we can recompile. And also I'm gonna let you know a particular option, right? So you can see, uh, okay, so see figure 1, right? So whatever you're referring, okay, so sample 1 was there, right? Also there is one option to automatically recompile, right? So what is that? Auto recompile on, right? So by default it's actually off, right? So whenever you actually want to make change, then automatically changes will appear, something like this, so that you don't need to recompile again and again. So that's the basic about including images and figures in your Overleaf project. Thank you so much.